Yeah, yeah. It's like we had to shift to the other side of the street because the Esau, of course, he was too not man enough to come down there and tell us or whatever. So we were standing across the street, and somebody was on the intercom telling us they're going to call the police on us and all this stuff. So we had to move across the street. So we over here now. Still, what I'm saying, we're still gonna keep pushing the word. Um, I'm trying to think. Who's that reading? I already read.
Oh, you had already. Oh,
That's how y'all record just. I thought it was somebody like moving.
yeah. Sometimes it be like that. Yeah, somebody will have to have help.
This guy was yesterday. For some weird reason, gave this guy his number.
All right, sorry. We gotta. So you had this Jake that just walked by and he said that's how y'all record yourself. So obviously he probably watches or he's seen Israelite videos, but he doesn't ask. I was about to ask him, you got a question or something like that, but he didn't. He just.
Yeah, but I read his spirit. See, that, like I keep saying, Jake is not about shit. Jake is not trying to learn anything nowadays. You see what I'm saying? Like Jake, like I said, Jake is only looking for an identity these days. That's all Jake is looking for. You know what I'm saying? They're captivated by a title. And that's always going to be what the problem is with our people. This is why they subscribe to these outlandish philosophies. Because at the end of the day, they're not concerned with who they are. They just want to belong, like the brother just got done saying earlier. All right, well, go ahead, Aki. You got it.
This is Tobit chapter 2 verse 6. It says, "Remember that prophecy of Amos. He said, your feast shall be turned into mourning, and all your mirth into lamentation." It's Tobit chapter 2 verse 6. It said, "Remember that prophecy of Amos, and he said, your feast shall be turned into mourning, and your mirth into lamentation."
Very kind. And right now, you know what I'm saying? We're on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We're in a mournful state. We're in a state of we're in a very low state period because once again we went off. But now we're coming into the time where that table is getting ready to be turned. All right. Where these you got a question?
Who was the guy that went to America? I can't remember. Didn't somebody leave? One of the apostles go visit America after Jesus was on the cross or something. I don't know. I thought I knew about the 12 tribes of Israel, but I guess I don't.
Nah. This is Tobit chapter 4 verse 5. It said, "My son, be mindful of the Lord your power all thy days, and let not thy will be set to sin or to transgress his commandments.
Right.
Do uprightly all thy life long, and follow not the ways of the unrighteous."
Follow not the ways, because again, the ways of the unrighteous, the ways of sin are death. Okay? You got some more on that?
Now I was gonna say, it says, "My son, be mindful of the Lord thy power in all thy days." So that's why, like it says, was it Isaiah? I think where it says, meditate on the scriptures. So that's why, you're supposed to be meditating on the scriptures. You're supposed to be reading. You're supposed to be trying to, put the scriptures into your mind. You know what I mean? Because if we, what I'm saying, we're in our day-to-day lives, if we just, going about our day-to-day lives and not thinking upon the scriptures, we're gonna end up, trying to be assimilationist and end up, being sinning and being wicked like these people you see walking up and down the street. And this dude asked a question. He said that one of the disciples go to America, and I didn't even answer that question because that just,
none of us did, because to me that was a scoffing ass statement. Like, there was some, I thought I knew about the 12 tribes, but I guess I didn't. If you would, what was your question? That's what we wanted to know. Like, what were you trying to figure out? What were you trying to find out? Because as we know, all right, Israelites really, when you go back to secular history, like I keep saying, during the time of the Apostle Paul, during the time of the Apostle, the 12 tribes period, during their time period, there was nobody on this land, okay? This land was not inhabited by anybody. It was only after the 10 tribes left the Assyrian captivity and came on this side of the earth that there were actually people here. in the Americas, North and South America, and the different West Indian islands, Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying, Dominican Republic, you know what I mean, all those different places, they were basically occupied by the other 10 tribes of the nation of Israel. Brazil, all right. But that was not during. That was after the 12 tribes were upon this earth. All right. The 12. In fact, the time of the 12. That was during the what's that? The Greeks, or was it the Romans? I think it was during the Roman. I think it was during the Roman occupation. It was during the time where the Romans were in power, where that Paul existed. Yeah. But you know what I mean, man, I just think he was a scoffer person. I mean, he had that spirit on him anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
Yo, man, I think we should just kick the dust all over across the street.
Yeah, exactly. You and me
Yo, it was
both,
like,
yeah.
it was this one time where we was there, and this Edomite and this like I'm trying to think. It looked like, I think it was a Ferrari or some shit like that. Yeah, he came over here in like a Ferrari, and he was threatening to call the cops on us and all this shit. It's like, are you serious? But then, yo, it be people there selling jewelry, selling drugs, selling panhandling, begging for money. I mean, you're not gonna say that to them, but you'll threaten us like that.
Right. But it goes to show you the disdain that they have for this truth, man. It shows you how much it burns them up in their spirit. You see what I'm saying? It shows you how much that these people hate the Lord and hate His people. You see what I'm saying? It shows you that. Like, it lets you know the kind of dynamic we're dealing with on a day to day. Like you said, I'm with you on that one though. So just kick the dust off our feet when we come to that place.
No, I'm just maybe going a little bit overboard with kind of his car.
I'm just trying my best not to even study that, because it's like
Yeah.
that shit is depressing. Like I keep telling you, like, that's fuck. Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's the fucking time we're living in.
So it's Tobit chapter 4 verse 5. It says, "My son, be mindful of the Lord your power all thy days, and let not thy will be set to sin,
Right.
or to transgress his commandments."
Right.
As you have people, you know what I'm saying? As you have our people, their mind is set like, yo, man, fuck that shit. We gonna do what we want to do. Do as thou wilt. You know what I'm saying? That's their mind is set. You know what I mean? Like these niggas you got walking up and down the street, the dude, you know what I'm saying? His mind was set to being a sodomite. There's nothing you can do to change him.
I think it's gonna be like two fights.
Yeah, I got a scripture on that one actually.
Do uprightly all thy life long, and follow not the ways of the unrighteous. So, you know, we're supposed to not follow the ways of the unrighteous. So we got our mind set. We're not gonna do we're not gonna follow in the same path as the unrighteous. We're gonna walk in the path, the light, the path that the Most High, Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, through the Spirit set up for us.
Right.
Because we're trying to walk in the Holy Spirit. What is the Holy Spirit? The understanding of the Scriptures. You have understanding of the Scriptures, and we're gonna try and walk in the Scriptures, the truth.
Because at the end of the day, what we're looking for is salvation.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
We're basically trying to be saved, man. We're trying to be saved up out of this captivity. We're trying to escape the said perils that are coming to this place. You feel what I'm saying? And furthermore, as a people, we're trying to be established, you know what I'm saying, in the Lord as instruments for His will. So we have to be made perfect. Okay? If I may, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children. And when you look up that word sottish, it literally means stupid. You know what I mean? Like sod is something, you know what I mean? That like sod is something that they use in gardening. That it's a gardening term. You know what I'm saying? Sod is basically soil.
Well, I mean, it's like grass. It's like grass that's made in like sheets.
It's like sheets, exactly. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding, and they seek not understanding neither, man. They don't seek the Lord. They don't seek after the righteousness of the Lord. They don't seek their own identity. Like I said.
Yo,
go ahead. You
I
got
was
it,
gonna say,
God.
like the guy that just walked by, he said shalom, and he ain't stopping listening to nothing he said or none of that shit. Just like Like, yeah, I know something. Shalom. You should go.
That's about that. Like, you
I
feel
mean,
me?
I didn't want to like play him or nothing like that.
Yeah. I mean, but in the back of my mind, I was saying to myself, okay, well, come, let's reason. You know what I'm saying? Let us reason together.
Is that the shit?
Yeah, kind. That was the same nigga bitch that had walked in.
She probably got him on the phone. And
Got
shit
him on
like,
the
yeah.
phone, yeah.
Yeah, they left or whatever.
Yeah. Man, but that's
He's like, did they leave? She's like, yeah, they're right across the street though.
yeah. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, especially the nigga woman. Okay? Especially the nigga woman. The nigga woman has no understanding, and the nigga woman ain't trying to seek after no understanding, alright? But that's just their nature, okay? Women by nature are servants of the flesh anyway. Alright? For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Our people are wise to steal from one another. Our people are wise when it comes to committing adultery. Our people are wise when it comes to trying to pull each other the hell down. But when it comes time now to actually do good, there's no knowledge. There's no understanding. All right. Our people ain't trying to read. Our people ain't trying to research. Hell, our people ain't even trying to set up nothing amongst each other. Even in the worldly sense, our people are dumber than a bunch of daggone things. Like our people are dunces, man. Truly dunces. They see all these other nations, they coming together doing what they got to do to seek for their survival and their well-being. Our people, meanwhile, we want to pull each other down. We want to support everything that is against us. That's our people, man. Base as hell.
This is Joshua chapter 1 verse 6. It says, be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide an inheritance. Salaki. Salaki, I'm sorry, that's not what I mean, that's good, but I mean, so that's the Most High was telling us, be strong and of a good courage, because you know the things that we're gonna have to go through. Like as us coming out here, you know what I mean, we gotta be strong, we gotta be of a good courage, we can't be scared, we know we might get locked up, you know people might try and fight us, you know what I mean?
Hell, look at what just happened. We got booted from a spot just for pushing the word, all right? But you got motherfuckers that's out there panhandling. You got motherfuckers that's out there doing drugs.
Yeah, I mean, we saw literally transact. We literally teaching, and we see people handing people drugs and shit like that, like right in front of us.
Right.
They trying to like, you know, I remember this one time, me and this brother was out here, and this other brother, you know what I mean, and they tried to like direct, like basically, you know, you gotta give us some money if y'all are here and all this shit. We didn't do that shit. We just stood our ground and whatever.
God. And it was by the spirit of Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi that we were able to stand our ground. Like, as it is written, whether 2 or 3 are gathered in the name of the Lord, there he is in the midst of us. You see what I'm saying? And the angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear the Lord. Okay, so in all truth and sincerity, man, we really don't got too much of nothing out here to worry about. We're gonna go through our bullshit. Hell, we might get into a fight. We might end up getting locked up by the cop. Who knows? But as it is written, you see what I'm saying? We're supposed to make our bodies a living sacrifice. All right? That's what we're out here doing, making that sacrifice.
This is Joshua 1 and 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Now that's the true understanding of prosperity. Read that again. That's the true prosperity of the true understanding of prosperity. Get that.
This is Joshua 1 and 8.
Yeah.
It said, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, then thou shalt have good success.
Thou shalt make thy way. This is how we make our way prosperous, by observing this word, by meditating therein, by, you know what I'm saying? Because one of the core things we got to always remember when it comes to this word is that, you know what I mean? Like I said before, this is our only bet. This is life for us right here. Okay? You would think by now, you didn't even spray that shit. This is crazy. Yeah, man, but shit. Yeah, we're supposed to be out here pushing this word, and not just pushing this word, doing it. Again, meditate therein. Go ahead, you got it. You got it. Read that one more time, actually. Distractions.
It says,
Oh shit.
it says, Joshua 1 and 8, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. But then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Yep. And that good success is going to come in the form of those chariots, okay? That's going to be that main good success. All right? See, because right now we're going to go through our bullshit. We're going to go through our people looking down on us. We're going to go through the other nations looking down on us. We're going to go through all these oppressions, but we're going to be made stronger from all of that. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to be made stronger. That's going to be the main success. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be proven to be that worthy instrument for the Lord's will, okay? And right now, that's what's happening by us going through what we're going through. We're being sharpened. We're being made better. We're being made harder. What does it mean to endure? Okay? To be made hard.
It says, verse 9, have not I commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy power is with thee, wheresoever thou goest.
Where he's with you wherever you go, man. Even unto the other parts of the earth, the Lord is with you. As long as you continue in the Lord's ways and keep his word in thy mouth. All right? That's what this whole thing comes down to at the end of the day. The Lord is only for his people. And among his people, he has chosen those that he hath reserved unto the day of judgment. I mean, he hath reserved unto repentance. He hath reserved unto salvation, okay? He is with you. Just continue in his ways and you're going to be good. You're set.
This is Joshua 1 and 18. It says, whosoever he beeth that doeth rebel against thy commandment, and will not hearken unto thy words, in all that thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of a good courage. You know, so ultimately, you know what I'm saying, you know, we through the blood of Yahawashi, we have grace, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's the Most High's will. He could put you to death if you're just being, you know, wicked or rebelling. You know, that's why, like we always talk about, you know, the majority of Israel, which we refer to as the 2/3, they're gonna be destroyed.
They indeed are going to be destroyed.
This is Joshua chapter 22, verse 5. It said, but take diligent heed to do the commandments and the law which Moses, the servant of the Lord, charged you to love the Lord thy power and to walk in all his ways and to keep his commandments and to cleave unto him and to serve him with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
That was absolute folly right there. That's just obnoxious, period. That shit.
Land, so to speak, stored.
This, oh man. Read that again.
It says, Joshua chapter 22, verse 5. But take diligent heed to do the commandments of the law which Moses, the servant of Yahawah, charged you to love to love Yahawah your power, and to walk in all his ways, and to keep his commandments, and to cleave unto him, and to serve him with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, the Lord of hosts is not an unjust power, okay?
It's cold.
He's going to reward you.
Come on, man.
He's gonna reward them that follow after him. He's going to because right now, yeah, we're being chastised. Right now, those that follow after the Lord have been bought low. But at the end of the day, the Lord is gonna reward those that love him. The Lord is gonna reward those that serve him. All right. So that's what this is all about. Observe to do his commandments. Why? Because to do his commandments are the ways of life. All right? They're the ways of life. They're the way of the living power.
It's sort of like something.
This is a banger right here. This is 2 Chronicles 15 and 12.
Okay.
And they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord power of their fathers with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that whosoever would not seek the Lord power of Israel shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
Right. Yeah, and that's right. Get that again. That was good.
This is 2 Chronicles 15 and 12.
Right.
And they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord power of their fathers with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that whosoever would not seek the Lord power of Israel shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, what is the wages of sin? It is death. Okay. So to seek to do after his ways, again, it goes back to what I keep saying. Those are the ways of life. But to be against the Most High, that's the ways of death. To sin, that's the ways of death right there. You're basically going to die in your sin. All right. And again, that's talking to Israel. Jake. Okay.
I guess we just switch gears. I guess a little bit to what you were talking about earlier.
Set it up.
All right, this is Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1. So, like, matter of fact, I'll go to Habakkuk first.
All right.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. And you know what that's referring to is that, you know, the Most High basically set up, you know, prophets that you know, he set up prophecies, and you know, we're slowly seeing these prophecies come to pass today. You know what I mean? If you turn on the news, watch the current events, you see, you know, you see the mark of the beast, you see World War III, you know what I mean? You see all these tensions, wars and rumors of wars, you know what I'm saying? You see the tensions between Russia, Iran, America, you know, all the countries, Syria, you know what I mean? You see all these things, you know, shape. Yeah, you see all these things shaping or whatever. You see the allies of America, NATO. You see them, you know, joining together. You see Iran, China, Russia, and all its allies. You know what I'm saying? You see the two sides, you know, fighting each other. You can see that, you know, when you read Ezekiel the 38th chapter. You know what I mean?
Specifically the third wall. Second wall's past. Now, question, bro?
It could have been. I kind of forced
This is Revelation chapter 9. Revelation chapter 9.
What's that fish?
Oh, slide. All right, it's Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. It said, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
And those woes are talking about world wars. All right, the word woe means destruction. Okay, continue that.
Revelations 11 and 14. It said, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And we're living in the time of the third woe now. All right, and again, this is going to be the final woe right here. After this destruction cometh, the Lord is going to break those seals, man. All right, the scriptures talk about the scriptures talk about the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahawah, the Lord's judgment. The valley of the Lord's judgment, that's going to take place very, very soon. That's where all the armies are going to that's where all the armies are going to clash, basically. Okay. And I got me a little article here that's depicting this prophecy in full effect. You know what I mean? This is an example of how the devil is trying to prevent his destruction, right? And this is from Express, the news outlet known as Express, and it reads World War III, WW3. Donald Trump leads calls for sanctions against Iran over ballistic missile threat. All right. It says the U.S. is calling on its allies to impose sanctions on Iran over its ballistic missile program, as newly appointed U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo arrived in Saudi Arabia for a 3-country visit to the Middle East, during which he is expected to tackle the threat of Iran. All right. So now all these other nations, they got missiles too. They got ballistics too. And you hear what they're saying? They're saying how they want to impose more sanctions. They want to impose sanctions against Iran. All right, over ballistic missile threats. But these devils are not going to stop the prophecies. All right. America will be destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Okay. And then the aftermath is going to be a gigantic desert. All right, America is soon going to be reduced to a desert. Thus saith the Lord.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my lands.
So right there, that lets you know that they're going to be judged by the Most High for the wicked that they did to the nation of Israel. All right, the Lord said He will plead with all flesh. What does the word plead mean? The word plead means to kill. All right, so that judgment that's getting ready to be brought down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that judgment that's getting ready to be brought down is for you nations to be killed, punished. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to avenge His people. That's really what it means to punish, to avenge, plead. The word plead means to punish and to avenge. That's really what it means, all right? He's going to, a lot of you nations, man, you nations are going into captivity, period, all right? A lot of you are going to die off. All you mighty men are going to get put to death, all right? And Lord, and then we're going to gather you from every hole and rock that you hiding under, and we're going to put you in chains. You and your nobles. Get it out.
It says, and they have cast lots for my people, and have gathered a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yeah, it says, they have cast lots for my people, and lots is basically, destiny, portion. Like, okay, this is this person's
Position.
Yeah, position where I'm gonna put them at or whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just like we was talking about earlier across the street, how they'll put a Jake, the prison industrial complex. They'll be like, all right, we're gonna like right now, you got Israelites that got the highest rates in prisons and all that stuff. That's an example of casting lots for our people.
Yep. Yeah, they're the highest in the prison system. All right, they're the highest statistic in murder and every unimaginable negative light that we could be casting. We're the highest. We're the highest statistic of all of these things. All right, in this setup.